joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your ism, right? Play this shit right here, resuscitate your pimpin' and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, just that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for fun. They mash for hours, hooker baths, not showers. Bright and early, down and dirty for the cash and power. They gotta get the cash, the towers, and reach it all to a pimp. In my position, I'm all but exempt. These bras not wimps, I'm like them renegade bitches. BFFs with tricks but never getting paid riches. Grenade bitches, they dynamite, blowing up on the pimpin' and missing when the time is right. But when they life gets strife, they see pimpin' shining bright, but they action is life without. Bitch, one strike you out. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. See, that's the difference, nigga. The pimpin' mashin' for these riches, nigga. Nothing like you master magician niggas. Smoking mirrors with your game, hella extras to reflect the opposite appearance of a lame. Bitches coming from y'all, I can't rock with those. Tender-footed and rooted in them doctor shows. Soft shoe rituals, minute residuals. Papers on life support, your loots and critical. Something I learned about when running my earned route and working with turnouts is murdering burnouts. Cause knocking one of you niggas for a scarred bitch. That's knocking one of you niggas for some garbage. I'm heartless regardless, empty with sympathy, but banked up to the max with pimpathy. No remedy for me, I'm like this. My life is vice grip, synced in permanent ink. You can't rewrite this. My blood type is P positive, beautifully deposited with a lot of it. I'm popping this shit, and when I pop it so hard I make a trapping ass bad bitch wanna hoe hard. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Come on, pimpin', man, pop that shit. Show these sucker niggas they can't stop that shit. Let these hookers know if they wanna cop that shit. Treat the bag like it's hot, bitch, and drop that shit. And to you hoes, if you ever took a loss, bitch, show these bitches how to bounce back like a boss, bitch. Let them know that the best way to floss, bitch, is reach that paper to some pimpin' hoe and toss it. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. One of them joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your ism, right? Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimpin' and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, just that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for. Here we go. What's happening with y'all, man? Y'all already know, man. Top of the morning. We're gonna have some game for breakfast. You already know what to do, man. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Hit that like button. Yeah, we getting it cracking like this today, man. We double platformed up this morning. We live on YouTube and we live on Instagram simultaneously right now. So top of it to the YouTube family, top of it to the IG family. We up in this thing, man. Yeah, we're gonna have us a good one this morning. Yeah, I decided to go live simultaneously on IG. I did it before, but the reason why I haven't done it since I did it before is because, you know, IG at the time was only letting me rock for an hour. You know, they was hating on the game. So, but now IG letting the pimp get that 4 hours back, you dig? So yeah, we up in this thing, man. Top of it to everybody. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. And you already know what I got to do. Got to hydrate my game. Put some love in my body. That shit sounds so beautiful. Yes, indeed. Yeah, see, this is cool because for everybody that's watching on IG right now, you don't have to come to YouTube to watch it. It'll be cool if you come to YouTube to watch it, but if you just want to watch it on IG, that's cool too. But what's cool about it is, for those of y'all that see it on IG, you know, you'll be able to play it back on YouTube if you want to. So even if you don't watch it on YouTube right now, you could come back later on and get the replay on YouTube. You dig? Yeah, it's funny you say that, pretty Libra chick, but you know, pimp ain't even gonna worry about that type of shit. You know, I can't. You see, this is the thing, right? Like the topic, monkey see, monkey do. The whole purpose of this video is to open people's eyes in the game about certain patterns in the game that are not cool, that a lot of us follow. Certain shit in the game that's like monkey see, monkey do, that shouldn't be monkey see, monkey do, right? And that's one of them. Engaging in nonsense, engaging in shit that don't serve you, and you know, joining misery and keeping misery company, right? And you know, one thing that's popular in the game that shouldn't be so popular in the game. It's not popular just in the game. It's popular, you know, throughout all walks of life. But one thing that we got bad in the game that we shouldn't is, you know, focusing on things that's beyond our control, right? And I can't control suckers. I can't control how suckers think. I can't control what suckers do. I can't control the nature of suckers, you know, so I ain't gonna, you know, pimp ain't gonna try to fight with Mother Nature, man. I might fight with a hoe's mind time to time, but I ain't gonna try to fight with Mother Nature. So we gonna let, you know, suckers do what they do, be what they be. And it is what it is. We ain't gonna sweat that, right? So say gotta turn the volume up on your Obama phone, freeze. Big Chase, see, that's the thing, right? The YouTube family I know can hear me good. Stay crazy, you a fool. Hope that Boost Mobile internet you got can handle it. Yeah, hey man. See, Boost Mobile, you know what I mean? They upgraded me with the package. You know what I mean? I had the 2G signal at first, and then now I done upgraded to the 2.5G. So we moving up in the world. You know what I mean? I know all of y'all got the fancy, you know, 5G signals, and 6 and 7G signals and all that type of shit, man. Hey, we working with this little 2.5G. It's gonna be all right. You dig? But yeah, okay, globalism say I can hear good volume good. So Chase, you know what I mean? You talking about my Obama phone, but it sounds like you got the Obama phone. If you can't hear me, everybody else can hear me but you. But yeah, you probably got the you ain't even got the Obama phone, you got the Biden phone. I'm listening to the show on a beeper. See, I already knew. I'm already knowing. You know, you got that Motorola 24 beeper, you know what I mean? Chase listening to you on one of his used 1987 Ford Escort speakers. Y'all crazy, man. But yeah, man, getting back to this game that we never left, in the words of my brother Sinful to P, man. Monkey see, monkey do, man. It's a lot of shit in the game that's popular in the game that shouldn't be popular in the game, right? And a lot of people don't understand that this shit is by design. You know, society has designed it so that those of us that come from certain environments, certain backgrounds, and partake in certain lifestyles, you know, are programmed to think a certain way and behave a certain way. And those ways that we think and behave a lot of times are, you know, destructive and counterproductive. So, yeah, man, you know, one thing that's super popular in today's times is, you know, being hooked on the drama. You know what I mean? And you know, the drama is just so popular and so in your face and so everywhere, right? Just like as we speak, the drama is going on. And I know a lot of y'all like to entertain the drama, but you know, acknowledgement is encouragement. So the more you acknowledge the drama, the more you encourage the drama. That shit is like a stray cat on your doorstep. You know, you ever seen somebody throw a piece of bologna or a piece of bacon or something like that, a piece of bread, to a stray cat on their doorstep? Next thing you know, that cat is there every time you open the door. I had you know, one of my students did that before, man. One of my students was being friendly to this stray cat, you know, once upon a time, man. And every time I open my damn door, the stray cat is right there. You know, and I try to sit on my porch and kick it or talk on the phone or just get some fresh air or something. And this stray cat, you know, getting all close to a pimp. And I'm like, where the hell this cat come from? Then I come to find out, you know, one of my students been, you know, tending to this stray cat. But that's how the nonsense is. That's how the drama is, you know. When you acknowledge it, that's like giving a stray cat a piece of food. And you encouraging it to keep coming into your life, you know. And it's something that we kind of like addicted to, and it seems harmless. You know, when you see two people getting into it in the game, and you entertain the shit for hours, and then hours turn into more hours, and then before you know it, it's days. You know, you go to sleep, and when you wake up, the first thing you're trying to see is, you know, if the drama is continuing or if some more drama has started and all this old type of shit. And it's sad because you got a lot of people in the game with great potential that don't get nowhere because they so consumed by the nonsense, right? And that's why me, myself, you know, y'all know normally I don't go live with certain individuals. I usually don't engage with certain people in certain types of activities, right? But for the past few months, I've been roasting certain people that I normally wouldn't roast, going live with certain people that I normally wouldn't go live with on Instagram. And, you know, I had to remind myself that I ain't doing nothing but adding fuel to the fire when I do that. Because on my end, as the pimping, I can go live with whoever I want, when I want, for as long as I want, and still be productive. Because, I got people in motion handling my business, doing what they do, for one. And then two, if I'm so inclined, if I choose to do that, whoever I go live with and roast or whatever the case may be, I can monetize it. I can turn it into content, put it on my channel, and, help build my YouTube shit. And ultimately it'll turn into, a few dollars for a pimp. So, but what I have to understand is, while that may be helpful to me in some small degrees, it ain't really helpful to the game, right? And I got to remind myself sometimes that, even though I don't see myself as no high and mighty type of individual or anything like that, but I am, a representative of the game, on a stage that most people can't represent the game on, right? So, keeping that in mind, I had to scale back and fall back from certain individuals and, limit my access, with certain people again, because I ain't doing nothing but encouraging the nonsense when I do that, right? Now, some of it serves a purpose. It's cool, because what I have done is I've shown a lot of y'all how to conduct yourselves with these chicks on live, and stand on your manhood, stand on your P, and still be respected at the same time, right? Because a lot of y'all, man, be letting these chicks disrespect you and talk crazy to you, and you don't do anything but fuel the fire of the nonsense and the drama, right? And there's never any order established. There's never any respect established, right? There's never any, energy conveyed to the broads that, you're going to respect this pimping. You're going to respect manhood, right? So I've shown a lot of y'all, because a lot of y'all got this can't beat them, join them type of energy about yourself, where you believe that the only way that you can get action at certain chicks is to act like one of them, to be their friend, to be their whole partner, right? So you engage in a lot of nonsense. You go live with these chicks, you get in their box, which I've been told y'all to stop doing that shit. I'm pretty sure Sinful told y'all to stop doing that shit. But, some people just can't resist the urge, and, they jump in all these different random females in the game's box, where they can be kicked out and silenced and cut off and, just disrespected in so many different ways by these chicks, because you're on their platform at that point. So it's already bad enough that that's going on, but to add insult to injury, man, y'all be going in the box with some of these people that's like, why are you even engaging? Why are you even encountering this individual at all? Why are you interacting with this chick? Just a total black eye to the game. Then, so you going live with certain people that you shouldn't be going live with. You in their box, and then they talking about other pimps, other men in a derogatory way, saying all kind of inflammatory things about various individuals pimping, and, you throwing logs in the fire, joining them in the shit. And here you go. Now, before you realize it, now you gossiping with this chick about another individual in the game, another man in the game, right? See, a lot of y'all don't know how to direct the conversation and direct the energy when you be live with these chicks, and you see other people doing it. So you in turn go to do it as well. Monkey see, monkey do. And now it's just a normal thing to go on a chick's live, and she got a whole bunch of different guys in her live that's supposed to be well-respected gentlemen of the game, and she talking crazy to them, calling them all kind of BANs and everything else but some pimping, but a man, and respecting them as such, you know. And then, so you have this going on Instagram, and then another monkey see, monkey do ass thing that be happening on amongst the game. This just so disgusting. Is that damn Backstreet bullshit, that Clubhouse shit, man. And some of y'all I got a lot of love and respect for, man. But listen, if you one of them individuals, man, that just be on Clubhouse with them bras all day, every day, you know, they probably on Clubhouse right now. That's why they ain't tuned into this game. Man, you need to slap yourself. Before anybody else even get the opportunity to slap you, you need to slap yourself. Before the game get the opportunity to slap you, you need to slap yourself. You know, because all this type of shit be going on Clubhouse where, you know, it's a friendly atmosphere. It's a friendly energy, right? And see, what a lot of y'all don't understand, like I said, this monkey see, monkey do ass shit that's going on. What you don't understand is what you're doing is you're diluting the respect that a chick is supposed to have for the pimping. Right? She shouldn't be able to just access you whenever she wants to, how she wants to, for as long as she wants to. For nothing. It shouldn't be that easy. It shouldn't be possible. But this is what's going on. A lot of these chicks know that they could get you on Clubhouse and talk with you about whatever you want for as long as they want, how they want, when they want, whatever, right? And then, so it's bad enough you got the Clubhouse shit going on, then I'll be hearing about this Bigo shit, you know what I mean? Which is, hey man, you really need to slap yourself. If you on Bigo, gossiping with these bras, see, hey listen man, I don't even mess with Bigo. Never have. You know, the furthest I've gone on Bigo was creating an account. Didn't do nothing else on there. And I seen enough to know that, hey, this ain't the platform for no pimping. You know, it's based on mess. And hey man, you know, I know you see a lot of your partners and, you know, you ladies, y'all see a lot of these dudes that scream pimping and everything. You see them being messy and participating in messy activities and shit like that. But hey, man, I'm here to tell you, man, come back to this game, though. Snap out of that shit, man. That shit ain't got nothing to do with this game. Ain't got nothing to do with no pimping. Ain't got nothing to do with no manhood. You know? All on Bigo, man, being messy and shit. You know? That platform was not it was not created to have anything to do with this game, right? So let me tell you how I came to understand the way Bigo is and why I see it so crazy that so many people in the game mess with that platform and, you know, get involved in all the messy activities that take place over there, right? So how I came to understand Bigo, right? This was at least a couple years ago, right? Dino said that he was going to create a Bigo account. He was going to get Bigo cracking, right? So I created a Bigo account based on the fact that Dino was going over there. So all I did was create an account. I didn't request anybody. I didn't go on anybody else's page. I didn't like anything. I didn't interact with anybody at all. The only thing I did was create an account and put a profile picture on there. That's it. So I do that. And I think maybe because I think Dino had his profile created already. I might have requested Dino. That's probably the most that I did on there, right? Was maybe send Dino a friend request or follow, or however that shit worked. I got that Dino on there, right? No Diddy. But all of a sudden, you know, the village people, man, start getting at me real tough. You know what I mean by the village people, man. The village people start, man, bombarding the pimp, man. I'm talking about all kind of transformers and science projects and lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my! Like, man, they was flooding me, man. They was flooding my DM, and they was just getting. They was like highly aggressive with it though. They was aggressively getting at me, and I'm just like, man, where the bitches at? Like all these hard leg ass, you know, scruffy face, strong chin, strong forearm having ass, like, man, dudes is just like, man, sweat me hard on there. So this went on maybe for like a day or so. And after that, I was just like, nah, this ain't for me, man. I can't do it. Can't do it. You know what I mean? Now, I've had, you know, different people tell me like, oh, well, nah, you know, it ain't so much like that no more, man. You know, wooty woo. It's cool, man. But I just can't bring myself to do it because of what I've seen. It's one thing to hear something from somebody. It's another thing to experience what you experience for yourself. And from what I've seen for myself, it's not for no pimping. So then that made me research the platform some more. Magma on top of it, man. That made me research the platform some more, right? So then I started digging into the origins of Bigo. And from what I see, it initially was a small platform, wasn't very popular. I think some dudes in China or somewhere in Asia, Taiwan or some shit, you know, some dudes in Asia created Bigo. And I want to say maybe for like the first few years, it wasn't very popular. But then the LGBTQ mic check 1212 community got a hold of it. And, you know, it was like uncharted land, you know, there for the taking. So they got a hold of it, and then they started promoting like mental health among their community on there, and it became like a, I guess you could say like a safe haven for the LGBTQ community. That's kind of what Bigo became. It became like a thing where, you know, they got on there and encouraged each other to, you know, get their mental health together, you know, discourage each other from unaliving themselves, discourage each other from being depressed. You know, they kind of came together on there to uplift each other. That's what it, and then when they did that, that's when it started to take off. That's when it became a lot more popular, right? So initially it was known as their thing, right? So once I came to understand that, I'm like, oh yeah, this definitely ain't no place for no pimping. You know, I don't belong on this thing, and neither do nobody else that represent what I represent, right? But like I said, this was a couple years ago, and from what it seems like, right, motion like the ocean, it was raining men over there, man, and I don't want to be nowhere that it's raining men, you know? I'm cool. You know, and the thing about it, hey, it's something for everybody, and that was something for them, and it was not for me. So that's how I came to understand Bigo, right? Was through that experience. So then, like I said, it's been a couple years. So I guess, you know, some things then kind of changed and evolved a little bit over there, right? Now you have various individuals who are not a part of the LGBTQ question mark community, right? that do their thing over there. And I guess they do well, but even with that, after talking to certain individuals who've done their thing over there, man, it's crazy. Like them, like I said, it's messy, right? At least from the outside looking in, all I see happening over there is a lot of messy shit. All I hear about is a lot of messy shit. So, you've had people go on that platform. I guess they get a little traction on there. They start getting kind of popular. And then, naturally with popularity comes haters. So they acquire some haters, and these haters be to the extreme. See, this is what I'm talking about when I say haters. People on Bigo, from what I'm hearing, they be having real haters. See, a lot of y'all, what you call haters, are really fans, right? Like people who be talking shit about you and talking shit to you on social media, but it doesn't go past shit talking. That is a fan, right? A fan is somebody that's just gonna talk shit on the platform, but it don't go past that. They might even tell lies on you, slander you, all that type of shit, but it doesn't go past talking. That's a fan. You call it a hater, I call it a fan. Now, a hater, a real hater, is somebody that, like on Bigo, they be doing a lot of doxing. They dox people all the time and put their address out there, put they record out there. That's a hater. Because when you do things like that to people, you can affect real life negative changes in their life, right? They probably be trying to get people arrested, get people hurt. That's a hater. And then, so when I start hearing about all that kind of stuff, I'm like, oh, hell no, I really ain't got no business over there. I deal with enough of that on Instagram. I done had people put my addresses, of course, addresses that I don't live at anymore or never lived at all. And then putting family members' addresses out. They done did that too, like I've talked about before. Man, I deal with enough of that on IG. I don't need to be on no platform where it's a bunch of, sweetie pies, as my mother would call them. A bunch of sweetie pies getting in their feelings about me and then, doxing me and putting all kind of information and lies and all type of crazy shit out about me. I'm cool. I don't need to have nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? And then some things you just need to let people have. Let them have that. That's what I do. I let them have that. Everything ain't for me. I don't need to be everywhere. There's certain places that I know that I don't belong, and I'm not going to go where I know I don't belong. No matter how beneficial it may look, no matter how appealing it may seem, no matter how lucrative it might be, I know where I don't belong. And I don't just be doing anything for money, right? See, again, this monkey see, monkey do shit. A lot of people see shit and it look cool, and then they might make a few little dollars from it, so they go over there, do their thing. I'm cool. I don't need no money that bad where I gotta, start playing with the Illuminati and, and all that type of shit. I'm cool. I don't need to have nothing to do with that. I'm good. Right. So, that's another thing that attracts people to Bigo as well, I guess. They be getting the gifts or whatever, and I guess it's some people over there that make some decent money. And see, I'm cool, right? And it's not that I have anything against anybody. I just know where I don't belong, and I'm not going to be somewhere where I don't belong just for the sake of some money. You know what I mean? I don't need money so bad that I'm finna subject myself to some hard leg, wide back, scruffy faced man calling me daddy and giving me money. I'm cool. You ain't gonna never be able to say that, some middle linebacker looking ass dude gave Freeze some money and called Freeze daddy and it was all good, man. You're never going to be able to say that. That's never going to happen. I'm cool. You know what I mean? So this is what I mean by the monkey see, monkey do type shit. It's a lot of monkeys that see people doing shit on Bigo and they hear about how cool it is. So monkey see, monkey do. Right? Type of shit ain't cool, man. We ain't got no business over there, man. If you part of this game and you represent this game, you ain't got no business over there. Like I said, it's some people that I got love for that be over there, man. Hey, man, get up out of there. This Freeze, man. It's the pimping talking to you, man. It's the game. Come back to the game, man. Get up out of there. You ain't got no business over there. Get up out of there. Come back to this game. It's cool over here. It's safe over here. It's pimpish over here. It's game related over here. You know what I mean? Over here, it's some 304s in the game that would love to have your leadership, love to have your game and your instructions and your guidance in their life. Come back over here, man. Over there, you ain't, whatever you do end up coming with up over there, you probably ain't supposed to have it, and you're going to wish you didn't have it if you come up with it, man. Because, whatever you get from over there is going to be tainted. It's going to have a lot of bad influences. It's going to involve a lot of deprogramming and reprogramming that really ain't worth your time. Really is not worth your energy and your efforts. Right? And see, that's why I say, certain things in the game that's popular and certain patterns in the game that's popular that encourages a lot of monkey see, monkey do activities that, us as the pimping, we really shouldn't have no business being a part of. Right? Because on one hand, a lot of cats complain about certain things from these broads, but on the other hand, encourage a lot of the things that they complain about. Right? Again, like all this messy shit that goes on. A lot of cats be, complaining about, chicks being weak and chicks socializing and all these different things that you complain about. Right? But you encourage a lot of the shit. You even participate in a lot of the shit with these broads. Because like I said, you acting like a broad to get a broad. But you don't think about, again, how you're encouraging this type of behavior. And then you also don't think about what it's going to actually be like to have this broad. Right? Just like for anybody that's thinking about campaigning on Bigo. Right? First of all, you're going to have to do the Barry Sanders through a whole bunch of hard leg shit. It's a whole lot of hard legs that you got to get past to get to them soft legs. Then when you get to the soft legs, that woman is tainted by so much bullshit, right? That even if you do come up with her, just think about the tall task it's gonna be to deprogram her from all the bullshit and then reprogram her on some good shit, right? It's like taking a junkie, a crackhead or a meth head away from they fix and saying, get over here with this game. It's not simple. It's not easy. And a lot of times it ain't worth it. Because you gonna knock this chick and when the pimping, when we come up on something, we want that something to be about our business, to go get our issue, right? To be focused, to be hungry, to be determined, right? To the point where you're not falling for all the distractions that's being put in your face as a 304. This is what we want, right? We want somebody that wants us, the ism, as their strongest influence in their life. Because we understand that if I'm this bitch's strongest influence in her life, then, she's going to follow my lead. She's going to surrender herself to me. So I don't have to worry about all the nonsense that's going on in the game because I'm her strongest influence. So she's not going to be influenced by those things over me. But if you knocking something that come from Bigo, again, this is somebody that's influenced by messiness, somebody that's influenced by the rainbow activities and, friendly towards that type of shit. And ain't no telling how friendly towards that type of shit this chick done been, which can be scary and contrary to the game. But, she's going to be strongly influenced by a lot of messy activities, a lot of he said, she said, a lot of gossip, right? Especially on other men in the game. And, you're going to have to deprogram her from that. You're going to have to deprogram her from, talking so bad about other gentlemen in the game that she don't even know, but she talking bad about them because of what she heard on Bigo. And some of y'all is cool with that type of shit. Some of y'all have become comfortable with that type of shit, but that ain't the game, though. That ain't got nothing to do with this game, right? Snap out that shit. Come back to this game. So, it be a lot of that type of stuff, man, that, if you really think about, if you have a little bit of foresight about this game and think about what it would be like to have somebody that comes from that, it's not worth it, right? You serve yourself a lot more justice, man, having some exclusivity about your pimping, right? Not allowing your pimping to be so easily accessed by just any and everybody, right? Then some of y'all just, on another note, man, this another monkey see, monkey do type of thing that's popular in the game amongst the guys in the game that it's so disgusting. And that's being fans and groupies of these bras, man. Some of you guys are just such big fans and big groupies of some of these chicks, man, and they ain't nothing but attractive bums, nothing but beautiful trash. And you just the biggest fan, the biggest groupie of this broad. Every opportunity you get to get in the box with her, you jump on it, right? She know that she can have her way with you on social media anytime she want. So what make you think that if you come up with her, she's going to follow your lead? She's going to submit to you. She's going to surrender herself to you. Like, come on, man. That don't even make no damn sense. And it's so sad, man. Again, see, this is constructive criticism from the pimping, right? This ain't nothing personal. When I say certain things about the game and about, individuals in the game, or I might say something that you are guilty of doing this unpimpish, it don't mean that I hate you, right? I ain't got nothing against you. It's called constructive criticism. It's called tighten up, pimp. Because somebody that truly hates you, somebody that truly ain't got no love for you, they just gonna allow you to continue in your foolishness without trying to pull your coattail. They gonna just allow you to crash and burn. Right? So I set game on the table, and it's there for you to pick it up and do with it what you want. But you don't have to, though. But this the type of shit that be going on, man. Somebody that I've known for a long time and got a lot of love for, man, disgusted me the other day. And, it was a real eye opener. I even had to check myself, because even though I didn't do what he did, I was there, and I was by me being there, it's pretty much encouraging the nonsense, even though I don't see it that way, or I'm not doing the things that are the nonsense. But by me being there, it's like I'm supporting it in a way. But man, I ain't gonna call no names. I ain't gonna be specific, but some of y'all that seen this, it's maybe like a week ago. Some of y'all seen this, man. You know what I'm talking about. And even if you didn't see the particular instance that I'm talking about, you've seen this type of thing happen on Instagram a lot. But man, we on this thing, and it's a gentleman hosting the live, and then he got me in the box, and these two other females in the box, right? Now, so it's me, the gentleman is hosting, and these two females that's in the box, right? Now, one of these females, it's a disappointment because she's not a bad looking chick, even though she look like Lil Bow Wow sometimes. She got some potential about herself. She just make a lot of unwise and foolish decisions, man. She's interested in a lot of foolish things. But this is one of the individuals in the box. And then the other individual in the box looked like Beaker off the Muppet Babies. You know what I mean? Looked like a treasure trove. Hair just all over the place, looking a fool. When she talk, you just know that her breath stink, like you could smell her words through the phone. And, she in a hostile situation. It's just crazy, right? So this is going on. Then, again, my partner, man, that I got a lot of love for, he in the comment section begging, freeze, man, let me get up there, man, drop down so I can get up there, P. Come on, man. Freeze, man, come on. He in the comment section just jumping up and down, begging me to get out the box so he could get up there with these bums, right? Did he just so happen to have history with both of these bums. So he like sweat me, and I'm just like, I don't want to do it because I don't like how he's like begging me to do this shit. I don't want to do it just based on that. So then finally I get tired of this shit. I say, man, and I drop down, right? So he get in the box and he's smiling, looking goofy as hell. He just smiling like, hey ladies, what's up with y'all? And he just smiling and ain't saying nothing. That's all he said. And then he just smiling. And I'm just like, nigga, you sweated me to get out the box just so you could get up here and just smile looking goofy and you ain't even got nothing to say? I was like, God damn. Like, man, that shit disappointed me so much. I was like, yeah, see, this is my cue. This is my check engine light coming on. Let me know that I need to tune my game up because I shouldn't even have no parts of this, even though I didn't have anything to do with the bullshit, the contrary shit to the game. By me being there and me having the name and the influence that I have, no matter what I do, by me involving myself in that kind of stuff, I'm encouraging it. I'm acknowledging it. And if I acknowledge it, I encourage it, right? So I just was like, man. And let me see. I don't know if P up in here right now. He might be, man. But he know I got love for him. And, that's the one thing I like about him is that, he know how to take constructive criticism, even as a veteran in the game, somebody who been around a long time. He know how to take constructive criticism from people that he respect. And we got respect for each other. So, I ain't saying nothing that I wouldn't tell him if we was face to face. But, man, that shit was so unfly. That shit didn't have nothing to do with no game, man. And then he got up there looking goofy, and it's like, he was being a fan of these people. And see, this is what I'll say too, right? Something that is not so monkey see, monkey do, but those of us as gentlemen in the game have about ourselves is the ability to, carry our own weather with us, no matter where we go, no matter what circumstance we find ourselves in the game. We know how to carry our own weather. Meaning, if it's a beautiful day and we having it our way, we got the same energy as if it's a thunderstorm or a hurricane that done destroyed everything in our lives and we ain't got nothing going on. we still know how to carry that weather, right? To be the same individual in spite of whatever the circumstance is. So me, I'm going to be an extremely confident, high self-esteem, bold individual, no matter what the circumstance is. I'm going to be me. I don't need money to be myself. I don't need materials to be myself. I don't need certain women in my life to be myself. And when I don't have those things, I'm still going to be myself, right? I don't lose myself when I lose things. I don't lose myself when I lose people. I'm going to maintain who I am despite whatever the circumstance is. Meaning, just like, bitch, I'm not going to be your fan. I'm not going to be your groupie when I'm on, when I'm checking them, when I'm having it my way. Neither am I going to be that if I'm leaking, if I'm all the way down on my ass. I'm not going to never be your fan. I'm not going to never be your groupie. I'm not going to never make you think that I believe I'm lucky to have you. Because I understand my value, right? And it's not to belittle you as a lady in the game. It's just so that you understand, like, nah, I'm never going to be your fan. Never going to be your groupie. I'm never going to beg for your attention and then thank my lucky stars when I get your attention. It's never going to be that kind of party. Got way too much pimping. I done been through way too much. I done did so much and sacrificed so much and so many blood, sweat, tears, and years I done put into the game. The hell I look like being a groupie to a broad. The hell I look like being a fan. Right? Just because you don't recognize my value, you don't recognize, the power that I have within me to bring the best out of you because you don't know my history. Shit, that's your loss. Because guess what? 10 years from now, when you get old and tired and, ain't got nothing to show for your time in the game, guess what I'm going to be doing? The same thing I was doing with somebody that was the age that you were 10 years ago. They're that age right now. Yeah, I'm 10 years older too, just like you. But the difference is the people in my camp, they the same age that you was 10 years ago. So we done got older, but they done stayed younger. You dig? And I understand that about myself. So, man, ain't no way in the world I'm finna be somebody's groupie. Not when you got cats that's damn near 80 years old in the game, that's balling, having their way and checking it, because they take good care of themselves. And, they still got the righteousness of their mind and, in good physical health and all that type of stuff. And they still got young people reaching it to them, man. Man, the hell I look like being your fan, being your groupie. Not only is that not going to serve me any justice, but it's not going to serve you any justice. See, a lot of chicks, they get caught up in that type of stuff. They get caught up in, the popularity contest in the game. And, they feel great when they have so many different guys that call themselves representatives of the game, scraping for their attention. So many different guys in their DM, so many different guys following them and liking on and commenting on every picture that they post, everything they put on their story. They think that means something. But, the pimping is here to tell you that shit don't mean nothing, because you can't, that popularity that you getting on social media from supposed to be pimps and supposed to be 304s, you can't take that shit to the bank and deposit it. You can't take all them likes and DM messages and follows and all that shit. You can't take that to Chase or Wells Fargo or Bank of America or TD Bank or whatever it is that you got and deposit that shit. You can't pay your cell phone bill with that shit. You can't even buy a piece of bubble gum with that shit. You can't buy nothing with that. And that's what you should be seeking after. You should be seeking after things that, you know, encourage substantial changes in your life, positive changes, real changes in your life, right? And instead of trying to have the attention of a bunch of guys that shit, a lot of them are tricks at heart, and you ain't even got enough sense to break on their ass, and they acting like pimps and talking like pimps and pretending to be pimps, but they really tricks, you know, and they in denial, and you don't have enough sense to break on their ass. You know, instead of trying to seek the attention of those kind of individuals, you need to be seeking the attention of somebody that's going to be an asset to you, somebody that's going to help you evolve as a woman and as a 304 in order to grow as a woman in the 304, right? So that you can make real changes in your life for the better, right? Somebody that's going to encourage you to be healthy and take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of your soul, you know, take care of your emotions, take care of your financial business, right? Get your credit right, you know, help you take care of your family, your loved ones, be a blessing to them. That's whose attention you need to be seeking. But, you know, another monkey see, monkey do type thing that's popular in the game among a lot of these 304s is the energy of something for nothing. It's real popular to want something and expect to give nothing in return for that something, right? And a lot of it has to do with a lack of ambition, real ambitions. A lot of it has to do with a low self-esteem, and a lot of it has to do with laziness. A lot of chicks be feeling entitled, like they shouldn't have to work for this, they shouldn't have to go hard for that. You know, they shouldn't have to put forth any real effort for anything. Just be cute, shake your ass, you know, make a story on Instagram with a stunner girl or a Glorilla song playing in the background, and, you know, have your makeup and your hair and your eyelashes done cool, and, you know, that's all it is to it. But it's so much more to this game than that. So much more. Hold on a second. Brother Bill, good looking with the $2 holla. Glory to God for this game. At the gym right now. Long live Philip Brandon Gilmore. Cheers. Brother Bill, as always, man, I appreciate you. Lenoid Hampton, good looking with the $5 holla. Yeah, just like Sinful would say, I am that I am. Confirmation to the information. Freeze. Glory to the game. Lenoid, appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, see, this is cool, man. This is cool how IG rocking with a pimp right now. You know what I mean? Shit cool as a motherfucker. Yeah. Hold on a second. But yeah, let me hydrate my game one more time. With my YouTube peoples, man. It's 142 of y'all up in here, but only 113 of y'all wiped your feet off at the door when you step to a pimp's domain. Please do so now. Hit that like button. Can we talk about some things, man? Can we talk about this game for real? Can we talk about some shit that is so monkey see monkey do, but contrary to this game, shit that the majority of us in the game participate in and partake in this. Oh shit. Hold on, let me see something. Let me see something right quick. Okay. Hold on, let me see if I could do something real quick. Give me just a second. See, I thought IG was gonna let me rock, man. IG done ended the live. And see, IG been letting me rock for the 4 hours lately, but I guess doing it the way that I just was doing it right now, they haven't probably figured out how to let that rock for the 4 hours. But it's all good though, man. Hopefully everybody that's over there on Instagram finds their way to this YouTube so that they can continue with this game. Hold on just a second. Excuse my pimping. Yeah, I thought Instagram had me fooled for a second, man. I thought they was gonna let it rock for the 4 hours, but they didn't, man. Give me just a second. Hold on. Okay. It's all good. We still rocking. Yeah, back to this game though. Can we talk about some real game, man? Yeah, freeze you on the gram. I was, but the live ended. I was streaming simultaneously from YouTube and Instagram, but it's been an hour, and Instagram ended the live at the 60-minute mark. I thought that they were going to let it continue because, now if I were just to go live straight from IG, they probably would let me rock for 4 hours. But me doing it through the streaming app that I'm doing it through, which is Ecamm Live, I was streaming on IG from Ecamm Live. And I guess when I do it that way, they only let it rock for an hour. So they cut me off, but it's all good though. We still here, we still rocking. You dig? But yeah, man, let's talk about this game though. Let's talk about a lot of monkey see, monkey do shit that been going on, man, since before I even existed. It's been going on probably as long as the game been going on. And that's these drugs, man. I know I'm gonna hurt some of y'all's feelings, man. I know I'm gonna hurt some people's feelings because they think that the drug that they're addicted to, they not addicted to. They just like to do it. They think the drug that they like to do, that they are in denial about being addicted to, is cool because it's a quote unquote designer drug. Which, like, whoever created that term need to be slapped. Designer drug. Oh, so it's cool because it's a designer drug. It make you stupid. It make you give up on life. It ages you, twice as fast as you supposed to age. So that by the time you 24, you look 42. Well, shit, I am 42, and I don't look 42. So, by the time you 24, you look 82. Because it's a designer drug is cool, right? But, hey, man, drugs are drugs. And, again, this is a monkey see, monkey do type of thing that goes on in the game, and it's just unfortunate, right? When we come into the game, I don't care what anybody tells you. When we come into the game and we young, 9 times out of 10, we impressionable, right? Which means we're subject to be influenced by the people that we come in the game behind. The people that been in the game longer than us, that's more seasoned and more successful, at least as though it appears, than us. You know, we're impressionable. So just imagine a young P in the game. He fresh in the game, and you know, he might have an elder guy in the game as his mentor. And this mentor that he admires and looks up to in the game is very successful. You know, he might be deep with students in his classroom. He might be checking it, having it his way, got all the jewelry, all the cars, the cribs. You know, he living in prestigious areas with nice big homes. You know, he having it his way. But what this young P that's fresh to the game don't understand is that while you have people that get that way playing the game accordingly, you have guys that get to that point that cut a lot of corners and have a lot of smoke and mirrors with their program and make things appear to be what they are actually not, right? So, and then along with this, you know, this guy might, you know, have a drug habit that he glamorizes and makes look so cool to this young P. And the young P is probably thinking that this is a part of his success, especially when some of his students might be the type to do these same drugs with their clients, and then he's doing these same drugs with his students. And you know, the young cat, he probably thinking, okay, this is how the game go, right? In order to have these beautiful women like him, you know, I got to be willing to participate in certain activities with these chicks, right? Maybe even introduce chicks to this type of shit that may not be familiar or may not be experienced when it comes to this. So you got a lot of this type of shit going on, right? And so before you know it, you got this young cat being introduced to, you know, lean, being introduced to powder, being introduced to ecstasy, Percocets, fentanyl, meth, and every other narcotic under the sun that you could think of, because nowadays people in the game, unfortunately, is messing with a little bit of everything, right? Right, and even alcohol, like Urban Potter's Media pointed out, because that's something that we kind of underestimate because it's legal. The legal aspect kind of makes you think that it's okay and it's cool, but it's not. Right? So, you know, you have a lot of this going on. And it's a real monkey see, monkey do type of thing. And it's sad, man, because I done seen some young P's, man, throughout my time. And they be fly, personality, intellect, charisma. You know, they just got so many things going for them. But then they get that monkey on their back. And, you know, it's just unfortunate because they go downhill. Right? And see, it's so many things that come along with that. You know, so many things, like for instance, right? Me, myself, I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any of that type of stuff, right? And because of that, I avoid a lot of things. This is why I say, you know, game is the best weapon that you could take with you when you out there doing your thing. Game. Because game is going to protect you from things that a pistol can't. Game is going to protect you from things that your hands can't. Game is the best weapon that you could take with you, right? Like the old cliche goes, the pen is mightier than the sword. Hey, man, the game is mightier than all that shit. Because the pen is just a tool to document what? Game. Document what's going on in your mind. So that's what that saying comes from. It's ultimately game. Game is powerful, more powerful than all that shit. So by me not partaking in so many different things that have to do with drugs, I avoid a lot of shit. Just give you an idea, right? It's a partner that I got, man. I got a lot of love for this guy. I've been knowing him a long time. And, very cool individual. Seasoned, successful, highly intelligent, gamed up, all the shit, right? But he liked that lean. And I remember one time, man, he made a post saying that he was in the Nickerson Gardens, right? And for those of y'all unfamiliar, the Nickerson Gardens is in Watts, California, and it's home to the bounty hunter Watts. And it's a very dangerous place potentially for people that ain't from that area, right? So, yeah, he was like, yeah, man, I'm over here in the Nickersons, man, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And everybody, because he not from L.A. He from California, but he not from L.A. So everybody who's from L.A. was like, Pete, man, what the hell you doing over there? You ain't got no business over there. And he was like, man, they got the fire-ass lean over here. So now it's possible to go into these areas like he did and leave safely like he did. But you just set yourself up for so much potential nonsense being in that environment. For what? To get high, basically, to get drugs. And it's like, if you weren't, interested in those drugs, you wouldn't have been led to that area. Right? So that's what them drugs do, man. Them drugs will have you in places where you don't have no business, dealing with people that you have no business dealing with, doing shit that you have no business doing. Right? It's crazy. So if you take that example and just imagine how many other situations people put themselves in, and you got people that's not here no more. You got people in the game, man, there's so many people in the game that, are no longer with us and their unaliving had to do with drugs. It's so many people in the game that put themselves in a dangerous situation because of drugs, that couldn't defend themselves or protect themselves because of the influence of drugs. They might have been in a potentially dangerous situation and they couldn't navigate themselves out of that situation because they were high. It's so many cats that have lost their lives because they was high or drunk. Right? Certain chicks that you deal with did put you in a dangerous situation that you wouldn't have dealt with if you wasn't a drinker or somebody that gets high. Right? See, when you get high and drunk and all that type of stuff, you put yourself around females that you ain't got no business being around. Right? And, that female is going to have you in situations that you ain't got no business in. Right? Man, it's been situations where, the common denominator of drugs brings guys that's supposed to be the pimping into the mixture of, between the trick and the 304. Right? Man, just give you an example. And mind you, I can't make this shit up. Now, I know a lot of y'all is probably familiar with what I'm about to talk about, but some of y'all probably ain't familiar, man. But Just keep in mind that drugs have a lot to do with this situation. But oh my goodness, man. I can't make this shit up in my Kevin Samuels voice. But man, it was this guy, young guy in the game, and he had this young lady that had this regular trick, who I guess was, paying her quite handsomely, right? Now, somehow the guy, that's supposed to be the pimping, her man, he becomes cool with this trick, right? And, he starts getting involved in the activities with the trick and his supposed to be 304, right? So all kind of crazy stuff is just going on with this love triangle, man, between this trick, this lady in the game, and this guy in the game, right? It's a triangle of madness going on to the point where, oh man, this dude is on video eating the girl's butt. The dude is supposed to be some pimping. He on video eating the girl's butt. I believe there were pictures, but whether or not it was pictures, he admitted to excuse my pimping, man. He admitted to wearing the girl's panties. He put the girl's panties on. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this stuff was taking place at the trick's house. Just a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on. Right? So, this got all over social media. Everybody on social media roasting the dude about the shit. And, when people was asking him, like, man, P, what made you do all that stuff, man? He's like, I don't know, man. I was high. Certain things I don't remember. So, I probably did do this and I probably did do that, but, I was high. So, as crazy as it is, drugs is the common denominator amongst all this nonsense. Drugs had him being cool with the trick. Drugs had him, eating the girl's booty on video. Drugs had him wearing the girl's panties. And I think it was some other crazy stuff. Like the situation was just so crazy. I can't even remember everything. I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting some juicy details, man. But that's enough to let you know that, man, drugs. Like, why would you want to do any drug that would have you like that? Right? Then, man, it's just so many crazy things that take place with the drugs. It'll have you in a compromising situation that's embarrassing as hell. It can have you in dangerous situations. Again, like I said, man, it's a lot of people that lost their lives that are no longer here. Guys and ladies in the game that would still be here if drugs and alcohol didn't play a role in the situation that caused them to lose their life. For real. And again, it's monkey see, monkey do. Right? A lot of people get involved in the drugs and the alcohol because they followers. And then, especially with the lean. See, that's one thing, a part of this monkey see, monkey do energy in our culture amongst our people in the game that's just so stupid, so backwards. It can be the dumbest thing. It can be the most dangerous thing. It can be the most unfly thing. It can be the most reckless thing, the most embarrassing thing. Hey, man, if that shit is expensive to do, oh, it's cool. It's cool. Man, if that shit is, if it costs a lot of money to do, man, or it costs a lot of money to have, man, it don't matter how stupid it is. It don't matter how dumb you look. It don't none of that matter. It's cool because, you know, broke people can't afford to do this. But hey, man, to those of y'all out there that's too broke to afford a lean habit, hey, man, consider yourself blessed. You know what I mean? Because if you had some money, you probably would be stupid too, man. And yeah, consider yourself blessed. If I had to choose, man, if I didn't have my own mind and I was, you know, a grown ass man easily influenced by other grown ass men to do drugs and shit like that, if I had to choose between being broke and not having a lean habit and, you know, having some money and being able to afford a lean habit and the lean man breaking on my ass like hoes break on tricks, I'd choose to be that broke dude. I'd rather be broke, man. Because at least the broke dude, your organs is gonna be cool. You know, you ain't gotta worry about, you know, kidney failure and your liver's shutting down on you and all this old kind of shit, man. And you know, going through withdrawals if you ever have to go without that shit. Yeah, man, you know, making your body dependent on some bullshit that's expensive as hell. Yeah, if you too broke to afford a lean habit like me, I'm broke too, man. I can't afford to be sipping no lean every day, you know. My Planet Fitness paycheck don't allow me to afford nothing like that. So I'm glad that I'm too broke to afford a lean habit. You know what I mean? Consider yourself blessed. But yeah, man, you know, lean is something that's just so stupid. Because think about it. See, me, when I make decisions, right, I do my best to weigh out the pros and cons of this decision, right? What's the pros to doing it? What's the cons to doing it? What's the pros to not doing it? What's the cons to not doing it? Right? This is how I, make decisions. I do my best to make decisions that way, right? Not perfect, so I don't do it all the time, but I do my best to do that much as possible. Lean. I really don't see any benefit to it other than the sensation. Excuse me, the sensation. It makes you feel good. I really don't see any other benefit to it. It makes you feel, it puts you in a euphoric state, right? It makes you feel great. But I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm naive. Maybe I'm ignorant to something. But I'm really trying to understand what other benefits there are. Okay, maybe, even though I don't see it that way, I just got to be realistic. It is somewhat of a status symbol. Because the rappers talk about it. It's expensive. So when you show that you can afford to maintain a lean habit, it shows that you have money. It shows that you're not broke, right? And, so I guess that you could say that's a benefit too. Because when people see you spending all this money on this lean, they know you're not broke. So the sensation of it, it makes you feel good. And the status symbol of it, it makes you look like you hood rich. It makes people think that, you balling. You balling on the ghetto level, so, but the cons, if y'all think of some more pros, y'all can put them in the chat, but I can't really think of any other pros other than the status symbol of it and the sensation of it. If y'all think of some other pros to sipping lean, then y'all let me know. But the cons, is the cons, okay, first of all, is doing some hell of a damage to your organs. It's punishing your body, right? To sip that lean. Some people have unalived themselves from sipping too much lean at a young age. You know, you've had cats in their 20s, young, in their 20s, that have unalived themselves by way of lean. So it's extremely harmful. You know, it can make certain organs shut down in your body, and it can potentially unalive you if you drink it too irresponsibly, right? So that it's extremely expensive. You know, you got certain rappers that be bragging about how much money per month or per year or per whatever per week that they spend on lean, and it's ridiculous. Like if you just take that lean habit away, and the money that these individuals are spending on this lean, especially the rappers, you know, supposed to be pimps that's really dope fiends. If you take the money that they spend, that they give the dope man, that they break themselves to the dope man like good little tricks. You know, the dope man is like the 304, the dope fiend is like the trick. So the money that you spending with the lean, man, if you just take that habit away and take that same money and just stack it, man, you could do a whole lot of shit with that. You could buy property. If you in debt, you could, you know, take care of certain debts or whatever, you know, catch up on, you know, bills or whatever. Then beyond that, you know, make investments. You know, so many things that you can invest in. But anyway, so the cons is you know, punishing your body. It's expensive as hell. Like stupidly expensive. And then it makes you sleep. Right? It makes you sleep, or either it makes you sleep, or if you awake, you like barely awake. Right? I would show y'all certain videos of people, but I don't want anybody to think I'm picking on them. So I'm not going to do that. But I'm pretty sure y'all have seen certain videos of people high off lean and how they be, you know, talking like this. Like, sound like they gonna fall asleep at any minute because they done sip so much lean. It's like a struggle to stay awake, and they barely talking, and their eyes is like either they closed or they like barely open. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know, so it's punishing your body. It's punishing your pockets. It has you sleep or incapacitated or damn near incapacitated most of the day, most of the time. And then, you know, it's embarrassing. You know, you drooling on yourself and barely able to talk and barely able to stay awake, and you like about to be slumped over and all this shit. It's embarrassing. That shit ain't fly. Man, I don't care what kind of designer clothes you got on, what kind of jewelry you got on, what kind of car you drive, what kind of females you got messing with you, man. Hey, man, if you taking some drugs that got you like nodding off and drooling, you know what I mean, spit coming out your mouth, that shit ain't fly. That shit ain't cool. That shit is embarrassing, right? So so punishing your body, punishing your pockets, you sleep most of the time. It's embarrassing when you're under the influence of it. And then also, you know, you can go to jail for it. You know, so you risking your freedom doing the shit as well. Right? Let me see. Yeah, I ain't seen nobody say no I ain't seen nobody say no other pros other than it makes you feel good and it's a status symbol. My homie 19 fell in the creek and died from hypothermia off lean. Right. See, that's what I'm saying. So, punishing your body, punishing your pockets. You sleep most of the time. It's embarrassing. It can land you in jail. And then also, it's dangerous. A situation that you in is made a whole lot more dangerous when you under the influence of that. If somebody try to attack you, if somebody want to rob you, man, that shit like taking candy from a baby. Man, I don't care if you got hands like Mike Tyson. If you off that lean, man, all somebody got to do is walk up and slap your ass real good, and it's over with. Slap the shit out you, knock you out, run your pockets, run your jewelry, take whatever they want to take from you, and it's over with. Probably even take your gun and unalive you with it. You know, it ain't cool, man. And especially when you the type of individual to be in the streets and you moving around in the streets and you got money and jewelry on you and you driving something cool, man, you put yourself in a dangerous situation. A lot of cats, yeah, I ain't even mentioned that, but, you know, speaking of dangerous situations, there's been several individuals in the game who have unalived themselves because they had a car accident and they was high off a lean and the lean made them fall asleep at the wheel. I know several partners, man, that survived them kind of, man, I remember one of my partners, man, this man wrecked like 3 very expensive vehicles over the course of like a few months. And each vehicle that he wrecked was because he was high off lean and he fell asleep at the wheel. Right? I'm talking about wrecking some shit like, you know, vehicles that's worth 6 figures. He just crashing them into trees, crashing them into other cars, just crashing because he falling asleep at the wheel. And he just insists on keep on getting behind the wheel. You know, yeah, man, this type of stuff is crazy. But yeah, we unfortunately, man, it's several cats in the game that are no longer with us because they was high off lean, fell asleep while they was driving, and had a wreck that took their life. You know, so it could potentially put you in some dangerous situations to where if you know, if your body don't shut down on you from it, you know, you putting yourself in a dangerous situation from it where somebody or something else might take your life. So, you know, but it's a monkey see, monkey do type of thing, right? And it just ain't cool. Dollar Dave, good looking with the $5 holla. It sure is a blessing that Freeze stepped out because it's hotter than some unfresh breath out here in the Bay. Blessings to you, P. For sure, man. Appreciate you, Dollar Dave. Yeah, man. You know, but yeah, and that's just lean, man. But it's a lot of other drugs that are popular in the game, man, that just, you know, because it's monkey see, monkey do. And, you know, there's so many things that get glorified in the game. There's so many things that are popular in the game that shouldn't be popular or glorified. And on the other end of the spectrum, it's a lot of things that should be popular and glorified in the game that are not. you know, uh, like being drug free, just that alone. Being drug free, not being a slave to drugs, not being mastered by drugs, being a slave to lean. Lean is your master. Cocaine is your master. Methamphetamines is your master. Opioids is your master. Alcohol is your master. Tobacco is your master. You know, just being substance free. I know a lot of people can't imagine it because, again, another thing this monkey see, monkey do is certain things that we consider to be solutions. See, a lot of times when we going through things in life, like all of us do, you know, when we face with certain types of pressure, a lot of us don't know a better way to take the edge off. And it's real easy to put a substance in your body to help you take the edge off. But really all you doing is putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. Because as soon as you come back to reality, when you're not under the influence of them drugs or that alcohol no more, guess what? Whatever it is that you, whatever kind of pressure you was faced with is right there still, because you haven't implemented the solution, like a real solution to that problem. But see, it's other ways, more healthy ways, more constructive ways to deal with your problems that don't involve drugs, right? See, I don't want you to think that because I don't do drugs and I don't drink and all this type of stuff that I don't face certain kind of problems that I have to deal with, that I have to find the solution to and implement the solution to, right? Yeah, I deal with things too, just like anybody else. But the thing about it is you have to be more proactive. You gotta be willing to put certain work in and make it a part of your lifestyle in some cases, right? You know, dealing with the loss of certain loved ones, or, you know, just going through certain circumstances financially, you know, dealing with, you know, certain relationships that go bad with family, loved ones, significant others, all type of shit. You know, it's, you know, we all go through shit in life. And unfortunately for us, you know, a lot of us, our solution is drugs and alcohol. But what I'm telling you is there's other alternatives that are more effective and healthier for you, right? And that's something, again, that's not as popular in the game as it should be, right? You know, I probably need to make a whole separate video on, you know, solutions to issues that we go through in life, you know, that don't involve drugs and alcohol. Because, you know, we, instead of like dealing with our problems, we just programmed, a lot of us, we just programmed to, you know, do drugs, get drunk. And then it don't make it no better when your favorite rapper is always talking about how depressed they are and what drugs they take to deal with the depression, or, you know, what alcohol they drink to deal with the depression, right? Your favorite rapper, your favorite influencer, your favorite whatever it is, you know, your favorite Instagram model, you know, they all drink the pain away, or smoke or snort or pop the pain away. And there's other ways to deal with it, you know. See, it would just be a beautiful thing if fitness was seen as a solution in the game that was, more popular for people in the game. Because, fitness in a lot of ways is like my drug. And it's so crazy, right? Because just like how certain people, when they don't have their drug of choice, they be going through withdrawals or whatever the case may be. It's been like that with me at times with fitness. Like at times if I go too long without going to the gym, shit just don't feel right in my life. I don't feel as good about myself. And because I don't feel as good about myself, it trickles down and affects so many other areas in my life. Man, that gym, that working out, and you don't even, it doesn't even have to be the gym, because you can still, implement fitness in your life without having to go to the gym. You might not have the time to go to the gym, or you might not have the funds to maintain a gym membership. There's so many things that you could do with your body weight. There's so many things that you could do at home, in your bedroom, or at the park, in your backyard, in your motel room, hotel room, wherever you at. It's this dude I seen on Instagram the other day. This a trucker. I forget dude's name. It's like Johnny Fit something. Johnny Fit. His username on IG has Johnny and Fit in it, but it's something else to it. It's not just that. But anyway, dude is a trucker. And he was showing like the different workouts that he be doing at truck stops. And that shit was dope as hell. And dude is like ripped, his body fat gotta be less than 10%, and I thought that was dope for him to do, because, a lot of truckers don't get enough exercise. They sit down a lot, which ain't cool. They on their ass most of the time. And, I just thought that was real dope, him showing different workouts that you could do with your own body weight at a truck stop. So just like he trying to popularize that, in the lifestyle of truckers, the game, man, it'll just be a beautiful thing if put it like this, if fitness was more popular than drugs in the game. Just imagine how cold the game will be. Hey, to the tricks in the house, man, I know y'all will be, y'all gonna be griping just like you complain about the gas prices being too high. You'll be complaining about the price of that box being too high as well, man. If it was more chicks in the game that was into fitness than they are drugs, oh man, y'all gonna be complaining, because then they're gonna be more in tune mentally beyond just physically. Just think about that. If there were more chicks in the game, that if it was a monkey see, monkey do type of thing with fitness like it is drugs. The tricks, man, y'all gonna be mad, man. But guess what? Y'all still gonna give it up, though. That's what these chicks don't understand. But just like they standing on their fitness, they gonna stand on their 304, and y'all let it come a day where fitness is more popular in the game than drugs. Tricks gonna be mad. Ebooks, man, you gonna be mad. But it's gonna be all right, though. And you're gonna have a better time too, though. Right? See, because that's what tricks they ain't gonna keep it 100 about. But you got them kind of tricks that they like to get girls high because they can have their way better with them when they under the influence of something. But man, don't nobody want to be, ain't nobody in their right mind. This not a scumbag, man. You don't want to be dealing with no chick that's like, she barely able to move and she just laying there and she high out of her mind, and man, or even if it's a upper, she acting crazy, and man, don't nobody want to deal with all that kind of stuff and everything that come with it, man. PHV Mix Master, good looking with the $10 holla. Appreciate you. Yeah. But, you know, it's just certain things in the game that are so monkey see, monkey do that shouldn't be. The drug shit, I really wish it wasn't so monkey see, monkey do. The alcohol, I wish it wasn't so monkey see, monkey do. Compromise. I wish compromise wasn't so monkey see, monkey do. Meaning, you know, a lot of guys, you know, they compromise themselves to have certain chicks in the game, and other guys see the compromise appearing to work for certain people, so they implement compromise in their campaign. But, you know, when you do that, not only are you serving yourself an injustice and this chick that you compromising for an injustice, but you serving the game as a whole an injustice with all that compromise shit. And guess what you're doing? You influencing these chicks to compromise just like you compromise for them, and now they compromising with the trick. It's a domino effect to where now you got all these chicks, you know, doing unspeakable things for unspeakable amounts of money. Monkey see, monkey do, man. But yeah, I wish compromise wasn't so monkey see, monkey do in the game. You know, it's so many things. Being financially illiterate and financially irresponsible. I wish that was something else that wasn't so monkey see, monkey do in the game. In particular, being disgusting consumers. Consume. And whoever the best consumer is the most successful. I wish that was something that wasn't so monkey see, monkey do in the game. Whoever consumes the most is the best. And that's so foolish, right? Because I can consume a whole lot of expensive jewelry, the most expensive car, the most expensive place to live, the most expensive drugs. You know, if I have all of these things to put on display, but yet and still my credit is terrible, and I don't have any money stacked up, and I'm breaking my neck to maintain this lifestyle that is really beyond my means, you know, in the eyes of everybody else, I'm going to be successful, right? As opposed to that square that works a 9 to 5, but they have A1 credit. They drive in the same car that they bought brand new 10 or 15 years ago, but they keep up with it and maintain it, and it's in excellent shape. You know, they have investments and they got their shit together, but they're not the fanciest looking people. You know, that's the person that is truly successful. But with us, you know, we glorify the dumbest shit. My apartment complex has a gym in it. See, that's dope when you got that going on. Been sober 17 months. PHV, dig that. That's what's up, man. Good shit. Hey. You dig. Cheers to the sobriety, man. I know you feel a whole lot better and probably doing a whole lot better too. But, you know, that's the type of shit that we need to promote, glorify, and celebrate in this game. You dig? But the bottom line, don't involve yourself in things just because you see so many other people doing it and it's popular to do. You know, weigh out the pros and cons of it and see how much sense it makes to involve yourself in it. You dig? we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing on up. Listen, if you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. Hit that like button. Let me hydrate my game one more time before we get up out of here. Put some love in my body. Ebook says, blame the rappers for celebrating flossing instead of individuality. See, celebrating flossing over priorities and being responsible, that is a problem. But the celebration of flossing is not what discourages individuality, right? Because if you go back to the 80s and 90s, rappers was flossing back then, but it still wasn't cool to be a biter. You know, if you was a copycat, if you was biting off of somebody's style, like back in the days, you know, cats was flossing. They was flossing their jewelry, they was flossing their cars. You know, that's always been a thing in hip hop. But you couldn't just bite somebody's style like you can now and it's cool, right? If you dressed like somebody else back in the days, you was going to get roasted and shut down. If you tried to sound like somebody else, talk like somebody else, spit like somebody else, if you took somebody else's style in any kind of way, it wasn't cool. You would get roasted for it. And so even though flossing was a thing back then, individuality went along with it. So the flossing isn't what discourages the individuality. It's just the acceptance of everything. See, we just live in a time now where everything is cool. The only thing that's not cool is challenging the status quo, challenging what's popular, challenging people going with the flow. If you do any of that, you a hater. So that's the only thing that's not cool. But everything else is cool. Everything is acceptable. Snitching is acceptable. Being a buster is acceptable. Everything is cool nowadays. You know, stuff that wasn't cool back in the days, man, you the man if you're doing it now. So that's what kills the originality, is the fact that everything is just acceptable. We just accept everything. No matter how foolish it is, no matter how much nonsense is involved, like we accept everything. Everything's cool. So, but yeah, man, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing on up. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and tapping in with a pimp. I appreciate you for all your comments, questions, input, feedback, jokes, all that good stuff. Okay. But yeah, man, I appreciate you sharing this video. I appreciate you subscribing. I appreciate you hitting the bell when you subscribe. I appreciate your support with all the Cash Apps, Super Chats, PayPals. I appreciate your support in every which way that you come with it, man. Y'all already know who it is and what it is. Freeze is it. If you out in traffic moving around, please do so in a safe fashion. And of course, as always, long live the incomparable Sinful to P. We out.